Welcome to the Mamilennials podcast, where we don't claim to have all the answers, just a willingness to figure it out. We're your hosts, Jocelyn
and Lauren, proud girl moms and best friends sharing our take on mommyhood. Whether you're changing a dirty diaper, stuck in traffic, or just have a minute to yourself,
we're so happy you're here.
Here we are. I can't believe it.
Welcome.
Yay.
Hi.
Hi. How are you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I feel like this is super surreal.
Yeah.
We are in the Mamilennials HQ. That's what we're calling it.
The hub.
The hub. Jocelyn said dungeon. And I was like,
And like, obvious people can't see us, but no. It's pink.
It is like
pink.
It is the complete opposite of a dungeon.
It's got lots of light, natural and artificial.
Plants.
Light. Oh, plants. It has plants.
Natural and artificial.
Natural and artificial light. It
and
has plants. It's pink. It's fun. It's not a dungeon.
It's not a dungeon. And if it's a dungeon, it's like a Barbie dungeon. But yeah, wow, this is our first episode technically.
I know, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. I think that, we need to give the people what they want.
Absolutely. We're here to please.
We're here to please without triggering our people pleasing tendencies.
We're here to please within reason.
Correct. Within boundaries. And I think the people want to know, what is Mamilennials? Who we are? Why are we doing this?
Okay.
I feel like those three questions are super loaded. Like, we need to unpack that. Where should we get started?
Where should we get started? Let's start at the beginning.
How we met.
Yeah.
How I met your mother.
At the birth of our friendship.
Okay, let's do it. Well, once upon a time, Jocelyn and I went to the same college. Shout out MU.
I was much more popular than Lauren.
That's a low blow, Jocelyn. For the record, I was a commuter. I was working full time and studying full time. So I didn't have time to have a social life.
That's fair.
Yes.
I lived on campus.
I was not. Yeah, I already said that. I was a commuter. Yeah. I lived at home with my parents. I was a Metro baddie.
Hey, yo. I lived on campus. I was super involved. We just lived very different collegiate lives.
Correct. So the fun fact is that we didn't even meet each other at school.
No, I had already graduated.
Yeah.
When we met.
Jocelyn's 10 years older than me. I'm just kidding.
Okay, also fun fact, I don't actually know how old Lauren is, ever.
It's fine. I only know how old Jocelyn is because her birthday was yesterday.
Yeah, seriously. I never know. I know her birthday, although sometimes I get it confused. And I don't know her birth year, ever. Mind you, we've traveled together. I've filled out paperwork for us. And
we've also talked about this 1,000 times. And for some reason, we just can't register it. And it's fine. That means just
we're just age is the just same age all the time.
Yes.
And it's whatever age we're making up at that point in time.
Yeah, and I always forget how old Jocelyn is until she's a little bit more mature about certain things, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then I'm like, oh yeah, she is 2 years older than me, so she has to be the adult in the friendship sometimes.
Sometimes, rarely.
And then I'll forget because she's acting younger than me.
Exactly.
But anyways.
Anywho.
We digress.
Yeah. We became friends after college.
We became friends after college. And we had a lot of mutual friends that we didn't realize. And then it all kind of, our worlds just kind of collided. And then it was funny because my husband was like, yeah, I used to party with Jocelyn.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
He was one of my guys.
Yeah, which is hilarious because I was associating myself with him slightly during college years, and I'm like, damn, like Jocelyn and I just like never
We never
had
crossed
that.
paths.
Yeah.
It's like, have you heard of the red string theory?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I just don't
But
remember
it's kind
how
of like
it
that, right?
goes.
It's like you cross paths, like you like even like are in the same space. Like I'm sure we like physically crossed paths on campus.
Of course.
Like it's such a small school.
We
There's
walked on the
no
same
way.
sidewalk.
Exactly. And I was probably like, ew, who's that girl?
I hate you. Me getting off the shuttle bus with my big ass
Commuter.
backpack.
Gross.
Fun fact, Jocelyn was a big party girl back then, and
I know.
she's the complete opposite now.
No one, like anyone who meets me now would not believe the life I lived in college and shortly thereafter.
100%.
It's crazy.
But yeah, so I think it was like a year after we graduated, maybe.
After you graduated, yeah.
After I
Yeah.
graduated.
It's like a year after you graduated, we just kind of like, are we talking about Europe here?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So like,
When did that happen?
that was 2017.
Well, we became friends first.
We became
We
friends.
realized-
We realized we really liked each other.
Yeah, exactly. Which is hard, you know. We all know that it's hard making girlfriends sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like it was a little bit easier when you're in college, whatever. But we definitely liked each other.
Yeah, we were like, oh man, I can't believe we weren't friends. Like,
Yeah.
We're so cool. We're so fun. Wouldn't want to be our friend. And then we were like friends, but we weren't super close.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we just kind of ended up on a Euro trip together.
Yeah, Jocelyn was like, I'm going on this Euro trip. Do you want to come? And I was like, I have no money, but I have a credit card.
I remember it slightly differently. I remember it being like, I'm going on this Euro trip, and you being like, can I come? Yeah, why not?
Which is, you know, it's important that you called that out, because that was just like the place I was at in my life where I was like, I need not necessarily an escape, but I was like, I've been grinding it out like for like I had been working since forever. Like I started working when I was like 13, and at that point I had just kind of started traveling a bit, like with school. I like, you know, I took advantage of some opportunities to travel for school, and then I was like, oh my god, like I had the travel bug, and I was like, I need to insert myself into this like ASAP.
Yeah.
And Jocelyn was kind of like, okay.
I was like, yeah, come along.
Yeah.
Like, when we look back on that Euro trip now, it's so different from the way we travel now. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, we weren't roughing it by any means. Like, if you can't tell by my tone, I'm not a roughing it kind of girl. But, like, we bought the cheapest flights. We were in a city for a day and a half because we, like, wanted to, like, get so much in a 2-week period. We were staying at those Airbnbs that then didn't even have enough beds. I like am very allergic to mold and mildew, and we were at a really moldy and mildewy Airbnb. I got so sick.
Guys, when we got to Paris and we got to the first restaurant, Jocelyn cried.
No,
Yes.
that was in Greece.
No.
It was in Greece because that was the first time that I didn't like the letters were different.
Jocelyn, you cried at a French restaurant.
No,
Yes.
girl. Because in France we were on such a high.
No.
Okay, fine. I definitely cried in Greece.
You cried in every country we went to.
Like in Athens, I was like, what are we doing
No.
here?
No. Let's back up. Athens was rough. We were like, wait, where the fuck are we?
Yeah, like
We were so confused.
I remember I was like,
I will give you that.
Someone take me home.
But what was the trek? What was the flow?
It was Paris, Rome, Venice, Athens, Mykonos, Santorini, Barcelona.
Dang,
Home
we really did that.
in 2 weeks.
It was a little more than 2 weeks.
No, girl, it was like 14 days.
Okay. Point is, Paris was our first stop. I remember it perfectly.
Why did I cry?
Because
me crying is like a regular occurrence.
you were really overwhelmed. And I was like, ooh.
Girl, that couldn't have been Paris.
Jocelyn, I swear to you, this is what happened. We were so tired. You didn't sleep the entire flight. We got to Paris. There was a time difference. It was like, I don't know, like 4 p.m., but we really, it was normally like 9 p.m. for us or something like that. We were all tired. We sat down at a restaurant. The rest, I remember this perfectly.
Okay.
I swear. The menu was in French.
I was hanging on by a thread.
She was hanging on
I
by
feel
a
so
thread.
embarrassed.
It's okay. It's okay. You were nervous. I had my phone on the table.
I'm an anxious and nervous person as a whole. Traveling, Taken was running through my mind.
Yes.
Like
I had my phone
I was
on
the
the
only one
table.
with a phone.
Do you remember this? I had my phone on the table. You were like, you need to put that shit away.
Because also Yassine had told us that.
Yes. Okay. Fine.
And so I was like, Yassine said it. Yassine knows. Yassine is Lauren's husband.
Yeah. She was hyper aware.
Which is what I'm like all the time.
And then she's looking at the menu. It wasn't one of those menus that had the English translation. At the time, Google like camera thing.
Yeah, it wasn't a thing.
It was starting to like be a thing. So we were trying to like translate it with the thing. And that Jocelyn just starts crying.
I believe
this.
that.
And I remember
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember going to the bathroom, and the bathroom was total crap. Like it was like a dungeon bathroom.
And you didn't even know me that well then. And you were like, this bitch is gonna fucking lose it.
I was like, this is gonna be an interesting trip.
Yeah.
And then we got to the Airbnb. The Airbnb was super cute.
It was fine. Yeah, I remember that.
It was petite and cute.
Yeah.
And then you took a long nap, and then we went back out that night, and you were like a completely different person.
Yeah, I need sleep.
Yeah.
I don't function well without sleep.
But I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
What did I do?
I don't remember that at all.
I remember it so vividly.
I remember crying in Athens very clearly.
What's funny is I don't remember you crying in Athens, probably because I was also crying in Athens.
Yeah, like I remember we get to Athens, like we're like, what are we doing here? We did zero research on where we should stay. Dumb.
We were a block away from a hostel.
Yeah,
and
like,
we only
there
found
was
that
like
out. Remember, we only
the
found
Airbnb, cab driver told us. Yeah, like it was like. Remember that bathroom? It was so weird.
Yeah, but I will say Athens was total crap. In that we didn't expect that. It was great. I think some of the best memories of the Airbnb. Some of the best memories of the trip was in that Airbnb.
I agree. Yeah, the Airbnb we were being so silly.
We were being so silly. That's when I realized how much I love to cuddle. Cuddle with Jocelyn, not coddle her.
She does that too, though.
I do that too. And I was like, wait, Jocelyn?
She's dope.
Like, she's letting me lay on her like this. I like this.
I'm a good cuddler.
She is.
I'm
She's
a
so
good
cozy.
cuddler.
I was in her bosom. Remember? I was like, oh, this is comfy.
Okay, anywho, we go on this Euro trip. We come back and we're like, wow, we are so cool.
Yes.
Yes.
We were like,
wow, we are so cool.
Like, we're so cool because we took this trip, or like, oh, we're cool with each other.
We're cool with each other. Like, wow, Lauren is so cool. And Lauren's like, wow, Jocelyn is so cool. And I'm like, yeah, we're so cool.
And then it just like,
just like organically kept growing.
Exactly. Fast forward, like a lot, like 2 times speed. I get married.
So, other fun fact.
Yes.
I mean, you had known Yassine for a long time.
Yes.
But you guys, like, at that, like, during that trip, you had just started dating. Like, 2017 was when you guys really got together.
During the Euro
and
trip,
then I met Steve in 2017.
Yes.
Right after the trip.
Yes.
Well, we had matched.
You had
before the trip. He, like, we hadn't gotten together, and he was ghosting me at the time.
Yes.
And then we ended up like meeting up and getting together after the trip.
Yes.
And I don't know if you remember, but on that trip, we need to stop talking about this trip. I was
trying to move on. And
I was like,
brought us back.
I'm going to meet my husband this year.
You did manifest that.
And you were like, bitch, the year's almost over.
I don't remember saying that.
And I was like,
I'm such
so?
a jerk. I'm such a jerk.
And so now fast forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get to like how Mamilennials was.
Yeah, you're
created.
right. Okay, fast forward. Lauren gets married, I get married.
Correct. And then I get pregnant.
Yeah.
And then COVID happens.
Yeah.
Or I get pregnant when COVID happened.
Yeah, like during COVID.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then I got married. You get pregnant.
Yes.
You get married, pregnant, I get married.
Correct. COVID happened. I couldn't go to your wedding.
Yeah.
So sad. I'm still so sad about that. But like,
it's okay. We're going to do another one. 10 years.
Yes.
Everybody's invited.
Yes.
We out.
Yes.
Steve's going to kill me.
Yeah, I couldn't go because
You had a newborn.
Mila was 6 months,
Not
maybe
even.
not 4 months, I think. So I couldn't take me. I was like, maybe I can do this. Mila was 4 months. COVID was rampant. Is that the word? Rampant.
Yeah, I mean, people had to get tested to go to. I got married in El Salvador. People had to get tested to go.
Yeah.
You had to get tested to leave.
And
like
I
I
was
had
just
COVID
like,
tests at the wedding.
This is too much, way
Yeah.
too much. And for our fellow mommies, y'all know, first baby, 4 months, traveling, COVID. No.
Well, I think like one of the things we're going to talk about, right, is when like mommyhood hits you.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the moments, right? When you like, and I knew you wanted to be there so badly.
Yeah.
Right? Especially like your wedding was such a big thing in our friendship. And
Yeah.
like to this day, like some of the most fun we've ever had. And so, I knew that meant a lot, but like you couldn't, you're a mom.
Yeah.
Right. And like, I think all moms have that experience where like, you're like riding this mommy wave and then you're like, damn,
Yeah.
shit's
Totally.
really changed.
100%. Yeah. What sucked the most was that Mila got COVID anyway.
But it took a while.
I know it did.
Yeah.
But still, I was just like, maybe if she had gone to El Salvador or gotten COVID there, it's like,
So anywho.
it's all good. So I become a mom. Jocelyn's like newlywed vibes for a while.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we have a birthday dinner where Lauren and I are talking and I like start crying and I'm like, I am never going to be a mom and I'm okay with that.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to be a mom and I'm okay with that.
Why did you feel like that at the time? Do you remember? Was it because just like life?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think I cried with you.
And you were like, that's not true.
I was
You
like-
will. And I was like, honestly, Lauren, I'm okay. Like, if I'm never a mom, I'm okay.
I remember that. That was so
But I
hard
felt
for
this
me to
like
hear.
big pang in my heart, like when we were having that conversation. I remember telling you that. I remember being like, I've been saying this like for weeks or whatever, and like I genuinely feel okay not being a mom, and now I'm saying it to you, and I just feel this like sadness in my heart.
Yeah.
I
Remember,
don't know if this is TMI. Like that's the day Aurora was conceived.
it's not TMI. I think that was like a weird, magical, mystical
Yeah.
universe was like, she needs a baby.
Yeah.
Like, poor Jocelyn. She needs to stop crying. Let's give her what she wants.
Seriously.
Yeah, I think we're getting to it because then, I went through all the things I went through, which we will dive into later, not today, but many episodes to come. But yeah, it was like really hard learning how to be a mom when a lot of my friends were not going through the same timeline, and that's totally fine. And I was like, dang, this is hard. And then Jocelyn gets pregnant, and she's like, oh my gosh, this
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, Jocelyn had a really rough
It
pregnancy.
was tough.
Yeah. And if stop me whenever you want or backtrack if you want, but then like we started talking more frequently through her pregnancy. I was trying to help her through all of that. It was really hard. I was definitely looking forward to her actually having Aurora on Earth side.
Yeah.
So I'm like, as soon as Aurora gets here, everything will feel like it's worth it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we had like so many conversations about everything, like life, career, marriage, pregnancy, actually having birth, giving birth, having the kids. And a lot of those conversations were driving home from.
And a lot of them, yeah, absolutely. Like, they're like number one during our free time. But two, a lot of the conversations we were having, and one of the reasons we feel so strongly about what we're doing is that they were just things that people don't talk about.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think we see it a little bit more right now, but like people aren't talking about how hard pregnancy is a lot of the time. They're not talking about like, how hard that like after you're over that like newborn bliss, what that is, the like toll that takes on your relationship, marriage, right? Like the things that you have to reckon with, like we just keep that to ourselves.
Yep. And then we realized that there was like an important layer of like our cultures, right? Like playing a role, playing a part in how we parent, how we are navigating, you know, difficult conversations or like family dynamics. Like, this is something I want to talk like in depth about, but just like thinking about how when you become a parent, you're kind of learning as you go and you're automatically just doing what you saw when you grew up. And then you're like, wait, I don't know that I agree with that.
Yeah.
And so Jocelyn and I talked about that a lot. And it was interesting because Mila and Aurora were how far apart are they?
They're like 2 years apart? Almost
No.
to the day. Wait.
2.
20.
Math is not our strong suit.
Wait.
Mila is 4.5, almost 4.5.
Aurora's almost 1.5. So 3.
3.
Yeah.
They're 3 years apart. So,
this goes back to like, we don't know how old we are. We don't know,
exactly.
you know.
But we started to like, Jocelyn was going through things that like I had already kind of gotten past. So it was helpful because I was able to give her kind of like my perspective on things, having gotten past it all versus like being in the trenches with her at the same time.
Yeah. Well, and I think another key thing is our daughter's birthdays are
Yes.
2 days apart.
Yes.
And so literally I'd be like, I don't know, Aurora hasn't met this milestone, blah, 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 blah. And you'd pull up a picture of Mila at that exact same moment.
Yeah.
2-3 years prior, whatever. I forgot the math already. And, you know, you'd be like, oh, she wasn't doing that either.
Yeah, exactly.
But
those were good times.
Those were really
I was
good
like,
times.
here's a video of Mila at Aurora's age. It's okay.
Yeah. And now I'm like, okay, when should I have another baby to time it so that Layla is just...
Exactly.
Well, and then I think, you know, a key part of this is, and another reason why we started this is, we have a lot of similarities, of course. And when Lauren was like raising Mila, I was like, give me the Lauren book.
Oh,
like
yeah.
everything you did, I want to do exactly the same.
Yeah.
And then I give birth to Aurora, who is wildly different than Mila.
Yeah.
And none of the Lauren book, most of none of the Lauren book
Applied.
applied to Aurora.
Yeah.
And then I was like, writing the Aurora book.
I mean, keep in mind that like another reason why Jocelyn was like, this is gonna work is because they literally had the same due date.
Yeah.
So we're like, they're gonna be the same sign, whatever. Like, no, they are so different.
So different.
Even with being 2 days apart.
Yeah.
But
2 days and 3 years.
yeah.
But like, honestly, I was like, okay, all of this worked for Lauren. I want to do exactly the same thing. And then I have this baby that is like, girl, you thought you were going to do those things. And I'm like, kind of figuring it out, right?
Yeah. So then we realized, wow, we have 2 different perspectives on things. And to be totally honest, I was very ignorant about that. I was like, if you follow these, I'm a very much, what is it, hypothesis person, where if then,
Yeah.
if you follow these things, then this will happen. And like, granted, that is the case for a lot of things. I stand by that.
Okay.
Because I'm a very logical person.
Yeah.
But that was just like not true. And I saw that firsthand with Aurora, and like, there's nothing wrong with Aurora.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so it's different for every mom. It's different for every child. It's different for every single parent.
Yeah.
No matter what. And that was very eye-opening for me. But I also really loved it because I was like, this is really humbling me. My respect for women in general, mothers in general, just grew because I was like, okay, I'm seeing so many different ways that this can go just with one person. And I was like, wow, this is really, you know, important to keep in mind when we like make assumptions and we judge other parents and whatever. So yeah. And then fast forward a little bit more, some more of our friends started having kids. And then they kind of started asking us a lot of questions about our experiences.
And what was interesting is they got to very different, like Lauren did this, Jocelyn did this. And then we're always like, so be open, like figure out what's going to work for you. Right? Like, there's a Mila book, there's a Layla book, there's an Aurora book. There's going to be like whatever your baby's name's book is, right? Like, there's no one size fits all. Because families are different too, right? Like, so many times, like, I would do stuff and you'd be like, I just can't imagine that would never work for my family. You know, like, because I had to do whatever worked for me, for Aurora, for her needs, and for my nuclear family.
And ultimately we kind of started becoming that like go-to duo.
Even when we weren't together. Like whenever someone asked me a question, I'm like, oh, well, I did this. This is what worked for Aurora. This is why it worked for Aurora. But Lauren did this. This worked really well for me because I have this temperament baby. Lauren has a different temperament baby, and this is what has worked for her.
And then we started kind of getting those comments of like, y'all should talk about this on a podcast. Or
I would listen.
I would listen. Or, you know, when we would get together and people would see us together, they'd be like, y'all are a trip. Like, someone needs to record you guys. Because we'd get into it.
And Lauren would be like, no, I'm shy.
Fun fact, my dad, when he got to this country, he was a radio show host. In Spanish, it was the Latin one. And my dad has always been into that. And I think I was in denial. Because I was like, maybe it's in my blood. Maybe it's not. But like, I don't want to find out. Like, I don't think this is for me. And honestly, at that time, I was working. I think when we started seriously talking about it, I was like, I'm working full time. I kind of hate my job a little bit. It's really stressful. I was pregnant. And I was like, that sounds like a terrible idea.
And I was so pushy.
And Jocelyn was so pushy.
I was like, well, also fun fact, Lauren and I have wanted to do something together and like use our creative juices and like do something, build something together for a long time. And so I was like, this is our moment. I was like, trust me, this is our moment. This is our thing.
And I was like, I don't see it. I saw it, but it just felt like a lot of work and I just was really tired all the time. And I was like, I don't know, Jocelyn. Or I would kind of brush it off and then she would bring it up again. And she would bring it up again.
We'd have a deep conversation and I'd be like, and this is why.
And then I was like, what would we name it?
I know.
Because that was very important for this to feel real or feel like a good idea, something that I could buy into, right? And we went back and forth on that for a while. And I was just...
For a while, it was going to be the mommy logs. I know.
That was a ChatGPT thing. That was a ChatGPT
but I
suggestion.
Loved it. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is so smart.
At the time, it was good.
Because we were like, just so you guys know, like one of the things we have in common is we log everything. Like with our babies. We're big Huckleberry moms. Shout out Huckleberry.
Can y'all sponsor me? Because
we love Huckleberry.
Every time I'm going to a baby shower, I'm like, let me gift you a year of Huckleberry.
So good. Okay. Anywho, so it was like a cute play on words, like mommy, logging, monologues, vlogging, blogging. I was like, yes. And then I bring it up to my sister and she was like, wow, that really sucks.
And spoiler alert, Jocelyn's sisters who came up with our name.
She did.
And we are very grateful. And I was like, I don't identify as a millennial, remember? And you're like, you are dumb.
Well, because like being a millennial, like that whole like, oh, millennials think millennials is a personality trait. It is. It's mine. Millennial is a personality trait. I am a very if a millennial likes it or does it, so do I.
Yeah. And like I was in denial about that for sure.
Like, we're like literally the same person.
I am for sure a millennial that does millennial things. And that's okay. But yeah, so then we were like, oh, wait a second. Like we have an interesting perspective coming from being Latinas, we have an interesting perspective being a millennial parent, because y'all know, like, being a Mamilennial is hard work.
It is.
It is very, very challenging. And this is definitely a topic for another episode that we'll get into, but it's really hard. So we were like, okay, this is us, Mamilennials.
And then Mamilennials was born.
Mamilennials was born. Was it such a beautiful birth story?
Absolutely.
So ultimately, that's a little bit about us, a little bit about how Mamilennials came to be. We really, really hope that this resonates with all of you other Mamilennials. Really excited to get this kicked off and started, and we have so much to talk about.
Yeah, we're excited to share.
Yeah.
We're excited to share a little bit about us, what's worked for us, the Mila book, the Layla book, the Aurora book,
The Jocelyn book, the Lauren book.
all of the books. And we're excited to hear from all of you.
Yeah. We really want to build a community out of everything that we do with this. So Mamilennials is blog. We're going to have blog posts. It's podcast. We're going to have some really fun podcast episodes. We hope to have guests that contribute to that. But at our core, we want this to be a community.
Yeah.
And we're really excited about what could come out of this in the future.
Yeah. No notes.
That's it.
That's it. We're excited.
We're excited.
So tune in every week.
Or so. All right. That's a wrap.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening and being a part of the Mamilennials community. If you liked this episode, hit that follow button, connect on our socials, and don't forget to share with other mommies.
Want more? Head to our website, read our blog, grab some merch, and check out our other episodes. Until next time, bye.